Hello everyone and welcome to xxMelle's Potato Kitchen! Today, we're making a meal that I've eat a lot when I was a kid. My mom used to make that to me and my little sister. Not like often, like every week, but like kind of often, and we liked it. It was simple, it was quick, and it was really good. We called it mini pizza. So here's what it looks like. It's a pizza on a burger bun. It is really good, and I make my own sauce. The meat that I use are simply sub sandwich meat, or you can make it vegetarian. So first thing you want to do is you want to prep all of your veggies and all of the things that you want to put in the pizza. You can really personalize that as much as you want. You can put pesto, you can put tomato sauce, you can put whatever you like. So for this one, I decided to use a regular tomato sauce that I do myself. For that, I use a can of tomato paste and I put it into a bowl, which I will add spices and water. The amount of water I add is the same amount of paste. So what I do is I put the water into the can and I put the water back into the bowl. And you can season it the way you like, but I have put some of my seasoning. I like to put the good old regular Italian seasoning premix thing. Some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and that's enough. That's good. It doesn't need to be too complicated. Just this is pretty good. You mix it. It's gonna take a while to mix, so be aware that it may splash if you try and mix it too fast. But you need to slowly incorporate the water into the tomato paste, and once everything is smooth and you don't see any more chunk of tomato paste, it is ready to serve. Next step would be to put the sauce on to the bread, but I forgot to grate the cheese, so I'm grating the cheese. Once you have enough cheese, by the way, you need a lot of cheese if you make a lot, but if you only make like 2 or 3, it's do the amount of cheese you want. I've used sharp cheddar. I didn't have any mozzarella because normally I like to mix sharp cheddar, mozzarella, and a little bit of parmesan. But I didn't have any more mozzarella left, so I've used some sharp cheddar. Here I decided to use my pizza stone, which I had no clue how to use because now that I did some research, I knew I need to preheat that and I didn't. So my pizza were a tiny bit soft, but normally it should be nice and crispy. The bread shouldn't be wet, it should be good. And yeah. Put the bread, you can put them in a cookie sheet pan and they will all fit in there. We normally eat like 4 each, so this amount is enough for like 3 per person. I like to do the maximum amount I can do because then there's leftover and I can eat. And yeah. I really like this recipe. So you put the amount of sauce that you want, you put the sauce that you want, you put whatever you like. I put a generous amount. If you want to make them vegetarian, it's time to add the veggies that you want. If you put meat, you put the meat that you wish. Like I said, I've used sub sandwich meat. So there's 3 different meat in there, and I put a layer of each. I think it's like pepperoni, ham, and salami, something like that. Which fit perfectly on a pizza. So a layer of each of the meat that you desire, or only pepperoni, it works fine as well. The cheese, more cheese again. There's not enough cheese. You put the amount of cheese that you like, you put the mix of cheese that you like. It's really a good recipe that can be personalized. And the bread, it can also be bagel. It's really, really good on bagels as well. The bagel is all crispy and it doesn't become like the chance of a bagel becoming like soggy from the sauce is really low. So that's why I like to either use bagel or those bread. And I'm gonna be honest here, I'm gonna give you a trick. I use the cheapest bread, the cheapest burger bread I can find. So this is like a no-name, it's a cheap brand we have here. It's no name. It's a no-name bread. They're like $2. And I use those because they are usually a little bit more dry than a fancy bread, so it becomes less soggy. Or you can also use fancy bread, but make sure that your sauce is a little bit more thick, or if you use a sauce that is a little bit more thick, that would be a good bread to use. But make sure that you bring the sauce all the way to the edges, because those bread will burn a little bit faster too. So once you have the cheese, you put that into the oven, 350 or 400 Fahrenheit, depending on how fast you want them. And you take them out once the cheese is all melted. And I do not recommend putting them to broil, because that means that your bread at the bottom is not going to be cooked enough, but the cheese is going to be cooked, and you don't want this. So you put it to 350 or 400 Fahrenheit into the oven for like 20-30 minutes. And once the cheese looks that it's golden and on top, then it is ready. This is what it looked like at the end for me, but I put it to broil, so my bread was a little bit soft, but that's okay. Can't be always perfect. Yours will be. Also, something that I've noticed is that in the air fryer, it is way faster, but you can put less. Mine, I have a really big air fryer, thanks to my mom. I got it for Christmas, and I did 4 of those in the air fryer at once. And they were so crispy, and the cheese was perfect, and everything was hot, and everything was well cooked, and it was really, really good. So if you want to make only for you and that you have an air fryer, I would definitely recommend doing them in the air fryer. So that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys will do it. It is really simple, really easy, really cheap. It's a quick, easy after work meal that you can do. And yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. In the meantime, if you want to get in touch with me, I should be streaming, maybe, possibly. Or you can go on my website. I have a website now. Come and talk to me, give me suggestions, tell me what you think about the recipe, share it on Instagram, everywhere, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye!